And again, you get what you aim at, you get what you prioritize.
My condolences to you, sir. My condolences on the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. May I ask, sir, personally, how are you holding up over the last day and a half, sir?
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks? They've just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House.
We interrupt this broadcast to bring you some breaking news.
Breaking news now from Washington, where Vice President J.D. Vance has been hospitalized after the sudden return of his inner hillbilly. After decades in remission, the vice president abruptly began slurring his speech and blowing on a, quote, hootin' jug during the cabinet meeting this morning, alerting those present that something was urgently wrong.
Join Bill Ritter and Liz Cho tonight at 11, only on Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
For me personally, I didn't care about Charlie Kirk yesterday, the day before, and I don't care about him now. I don't mourn and I don't celebrate. And I don't respect anyone who tries to tell me that I'm supposed to grieve. And I don't respect anyone who tells me that I'm supposed to be happy. What is he to me or me to him? He certainly isn't more important to me than the most likely hundreds of thousands of my brothers and sisters that you cut down in Gaza. You didn't mourn any of them, and I didn't tell you to, because I already know how you are. I already know that your performance of mourning over Charlie Kirk has nothing whatsoever to do with respect for human life. He was just a vessel for an ideology that you hold sacred. And it's an ideology that dehumanizes people. It's an ideology that disregards the sanctity of life. And we've seen that on full display for the last 2 years. So no, obviously not. I'm not the least bit interested in accommodating your weaponization of selective compassion and selective sympathy. Now, if you want to paint my indifference, if you want to spin my indifference as if it is approval of the crime that was committed, well, okay, I already know that you never do anything but lie anyway. And I know that you are from exactly the same manipulated, mutated, mutilated, and maladjusted population that created the demand that the power structure met by giving you Charlie Kirk, and that gave you his killer. Meaning you're just part of that mob in America. That same collective monster that's responsible for the American genocide of the indigenous people. That's responsible for genocides in Guatemala, genocides in Bangladesh, in Iraq, in Cambodia, in East Timor, in West Papua, and in Gaza. And you're the same collective monster that's responsible for every atrocity, every heinous crime that your country has ever committed. As far as I'm concerned, you poisoned Charlie Kirk's mind before he could even have a chance at a decent life, a moral life. And you poisoned the mind of the one who took the life that Charlie Kirk had. So spare me your counterfeit moralizing. No, you turned your country into a psychological and a spiritual torture chamber. And then your country turned the global South into a physical and an economic torture chamber. And now that system, that same system that you're serving, is turning inwards on you now. I told you that political violence, division, and terrorism, and civil unrest, and turmoil, I told you all this was going to be coming home. Why? Because that's your business model. That's your business model. And you're the only market left to vanquish. And the more you give yourself up to all these twisted, polarizing, hateful narratives, well, all you're doing is playing along with your own demolition.
I am a failure as a father and a son. I never loved either of you.
We're joined now by senior political analyst Jason Copeland from Washington. Jason, what more can you tell us?
Yeah, Dwight, I'm being told that the vice president has landed at Walter Reed, where doctors are currently fighting to save Vance's elite status. Now, the vice president has, of course, been very public and open about his past as a yokel, which he overcame at his days at Yale when he underwent multiple rounds of book learning. But as you just heard, this morning, his condition reportedly took a significant turn for the worst.
Yes, we're now hearing reports of the vice president stripping off his shirt and chasing a hog through the White House Rose Garden. Jason, what are doctors saying about Vance's chance of recovery?
Well, it may still be too early to tell.
These are obviously trying times for the vice president and his kinfolk, but we do have to ask about the political implications here.
Yeah, you're right, Dwight. I mean, this is a plowboy that's one heartbeat away from the presidency, and that would, of course, now fall to House Speaker Mike Johnson, who, let's be frank, has his own history of playing the spoons and eating mud bugs down in the swamplands of Louisiana. This is a terrible disease. Big buck teeth can make it nearly impossible to speak.
A truly horrific illness. And has President Trump made any comment on Vance's condition?
No.
All right. Thank you, Jason.